show is now officially in session. Welcome, everyone. It's great to be here today. Today is going to be a status conference of the Everything Lidia show. And joining me is the beautiful Karin Caro.
Thank you, Lidia, for having me
President
here.
and CEO of Blue Chip Marketing. And we also have Stephanie, the beautiful bailiff.
Yes. Does Stephanie have credentials to be a bailiff? She's just your court-appointed bailiff?
Well, the bailiff, put it this way, be beautiful. I figured that was more important than the bailiff part, but we dressed her up in Party City props.
Okay,
That's
good.
where that came about.
I
But
love
also
it.
joining us today, I'm very excited to say, is Mr. James Gross.
That's right,
Photographer
James.
extraordinaire. Thank you for being so, when we hear the clicking, we're
Only
gonna know.
you could do that. Professional photographer on the set. Only you.
Only me. And I just want to bring to everyone's attention my very special blinged out gavel. Because I don't think anyone else has a blinged out gavel.
No.
So I just want to start by saying this is now, we're a couple of weeks into the show.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to say that the first one was very exciting.
It was exceptionally exciting.
Corinne, what do you think about the first show?
Honestly, I think having Jackie Martling here or TJ Stone just added this component of craziness. And he's such a phenomenal guy. And I think anything just is going to go on Everything Lidia.
Well, I'm proud to say also, I think that's the third time I've said that, but we do have the edited version.
Good,
So,
really good.
Yeah, so everyone out there, you're going to see the official edited version of the first Everything Lidia show. Right?
That's really cool, especially if you want to watch with your children or anything like that. There is that version that is acceptable to the family. And how many people, did you know Jackie had designed a line of toys for kids? Did you know that?
I actually do.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, it's a little box that you press the nose and it tells jokes.
How
and they're
sweet.
all clean jokes.
Yeah, very
So,
sweet.
yeah.
And he even does an email blast that are all clean jokes for just to share with your family, which is really nice of him. And you know what, really, he was on his best behavior that day for your show. And it got a tremendous amount of views, publicity, and it was beautiful. But we just want to be careful that we keep it that anybody can listen and watch and not feel nervous about that.
So I think that moving forward, right? It's a live show. What are you going to do? You have a live show and
live guests.
Anything and everything will happen on the Everything Lidia show. So last week we had also a physician, Dr. Mark Sterling.
Yeah,
and
that was great.
Yeah, and he had the opportunity to help us understand what performance-enhancing drugs were, PEDs, and then we had also Stephen Stern on, and he was talking about the dissipation of how to prevent, I should say, the dissipation of marital assets during a divorce, and the whole idea behind this show, and that's one of the things that I want everyone to understand. Every show is going to have an identity of its own. So the first show was really truly comedy court.
Yes, it was.
And
it was good.
And I was giggling, very silly, laughing like a little schoolgirl.
It was great.
It was a lot of energy, a lot of fun. Thank you.
You said at the same time.
High five. And then the second show was definitely more serious.
Yeah.
We were discussing every show is going to have an Ask Lidia the Lawyer segment, or AKA litigation.
I love that, right? I don't even know how you think of this stuff.
Well,
right?
Stephanie and I,
Stephanie is your marketing tool here.
Well, we definitely bounce things off each other. As a matter of fact, I wish I could take out my cell phone and I could share with you some of the funny, I guess, titles that we came up with for some of the segments. But as of now, I think we have, for example, Legally Kind, which if there's a charity section where we're going to focus on some.
That's great.
Again, I know you work with many charities, Angela's House, and I'm
great.
hoping we can one day feeture them and
Bob
perhaps
would love
from a
to
different.
Be here sitting with you. I think as long as Jackie Martling's not on the set, we can pull that off. Okay.
Jackie's going to be on another time.
I hope so. I want to have him back here.
He was great.
He is really great.
But we will.
What's next then?
We have also the Glamoir.
That's right.
Because
Lydia's
this show is about a woman's lifestyle, but not just women, because really the information
You've only had men on so far, except for me.
Well, you and also
and Stephanie.
But yeah, you're right. It really isn't for just women. But I wanted to really share my lifestyle, which what I mean by that is any individual, you can be a professional, you can be a parent, right?
Sure.
You can still be yourself. I mean,
Sure.
I happen to be, you know, a little beauty queen in me.
Oh no! Where's that crown today?
I didn't bring it with me
The
today.
crowned gavel with the.
Well, as a matter of fact, as a complete aside, my reign is actually up March 1st, so I'm going back to Orlando, and I will be crowning my successor. Which
do you know
Mrs.
who that
Corporate
is?
No, they have to compete.
No, they have to do that. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
as
a
a
whole
matter of
big
fact,
thing.
look, a little.
No, thank
I was
you.
going to say yes,
No,
Mrs. Corporate
thank you.
America,
No,
2014. So all of you viewers out there that think that
I saw
Corinne
you in that bathing suit. I will pass.
fitness wear.
Yeah, fitness wear, right?
So
No, that takes a tremendous amount of guts.
It did.
To
I
get
have
out
to tell
there,
you.
and you were even in the newspaper with, you know, your body is way out there. I'm a little more sheltered than that.
Well, you know, since we're talking about that, one of the reasons why I found this particular title, Mrs. Corporate America, to be so important to me was because I really was not just the quote-unquote pretty face. Not that I'm the pretty face, but
Well, we know you're the pretty face.
No, but beauty pageants typically focus on physical beauty. That's why they do have a swimsuit component, and
Sure.
they do have the evening gown. But they do have the interview, of course, is the most important. And I think, so you're right, I'm going to give you the visual. So I walked, this was just the initial interview with the panel of judges.
Yeah.
You walk in, remember the movie Flashdance? You have the table, right, of the judges.
Yeah.
And you walk in and you're standing there by yourself in front of a table of
Really?
judges. Yes, you do.
That's the way it is.
That is the way it is.
But it looks like there's like lots of people all around.
But no, but this is the one-on-one interview.
Okay. Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
You walk into a conference room and there's just a table.
But at what point is this before you're like in
This is the day before the stage.
So you've already been like approved that you're in the pageant.
Correct.
And you've sent in paperwork to
Right,
sort of go
photos,
through
paperwork,
that.
your bio.
Everything, size measurements and
Right,
all
and they
that.
have your
Okay.
bio.
Yeah.
And what they do
I thought
is
she was going to say they have your body. I was like, I bet they do. They own you.
They do own me.
Right. And then you go out there on the stage and there's the...
Well, the interview first. So just real quick, you have about a 6-minute interview. And one of the questions that I was asked was, what do you think is one of the biggest challenges that women in corporate America face today?
Great question.
Isn't that a great question?
Great question.
So like
in
this.
America, though. And
in America, yes, because it's Mrs. Corporate America. And my answer was something along the lines of, I think I answered by saying, I wish I had $1 for every time I walked into a conference room and I was asked if I was either the court reporter or the title closer.
Yeah.
Right.
They just anticipated.
Nobody's expecting you to be the attorney.
Right, look at you.
So,
very surprised.
so then I went on to
And I
say,
love that.
yeah, so one of the judges did ask me, well, what do you think that women can do to try to change that? And
Sure.
I said, you know what women can do? Exactly what I'm doing.
That's it.
Not
Go
be
for it.
afraid to participate in what's traditionally
Sure.
a beauty pageant.
And fear does hold, well, not just women, but most people back. You're afraid of something. You're afraid that people are going to get mad at you, or you're afraid of achieving something. There's a whole fear centered around achievement and success.
Yes, but also
change.
being out there and being in front of people. And
It's hard, yeah.
Being that voice.
Sure.
And I did become the image and voice of women
I
in
love
corporate
it.
America
Go
in our
for it,
country.
girlfriend.
I'm so proud.
I do have something to add to that. What are you
Wait,
doing
ready?
here?
Since we're talking about glamour,
Okay, go
you
for
can
it.
see Judge Judy wears her lace collar, but I wear my rhinestone necklace, just so you know. And speaking of Judge Judy,
Yes, let's speak up. I like her though.
I do. I love
do
Judge
like her.
Judy.
I like her.
But
show.
this show was referred to by a few of our fans as a cross between Judge Judy and the Gong Show.
I love that. Very true.
That is the best.
But I have a gong. I will bring in the gong.
So, can we do
fit
that?
right here, and we can gong.
Can we do that?
Of course you do, bailiff. Of course you do. So I have something to tell you guys.
Yes.
I was asked last year, around this time last year, to go to the UN and speak about.
I'm going.
You got to go because
coming with you.
it was really a hard situation for me to go and speak about how women are portrayed in corporate America, and then to listen to the stories of other women in other countries. I felt this small. Like, here I am saying that, it's difficult to balance life and being a career woman and mom and still, one of the reasons why we moved to this building is to be so close to the schools, be able to, get kids and run everywhere. As a matter of fact, AJ had to run and get one of my sons and bring him back home to get wrestling clothes just before this. It's really hard to have that balance, but it is in no comparison to what women have in other countries. Wow.
Well, that's one of the reasons why, again, going back to why I was proud, and I think that's the fourth time I'm using the word proud. But really, I really
no one's
mean
counting.
That, but I'm counting.
Say proud as much as we're proud of you, Lidia.
But that is such an important platform, and that is one of my platforms about women being true to who they are.
Yeah.
It's all right that I like to wear rhinestones, and I like to wear nice shoes.
Get those shoes out, Pierre.
Look, did you say? No.
Yes.
Well, these are my. Well, that's one of my other segments. Guess whose shoes? Guess whose shoes? Whose do you think they are?
My shoes too?
Yes. Go ahead. The blue shoes.
Don't put that camera on, guys. Put that camera on.
Let's see.
These are my blue suede shoes today.
All right, so let's guess whose shoes those are.
But what do you mean?
Like what brand?
Oh, you'll never guess. You will never guess. You were cheating.
I was going to say like 9 West, perhaps.
Oh yes, 9 West. Believe it or not, I'm going to throw. Walking past the Payless window, right there, Payless, under $30. How do you go wrong? And they're so cute. They're suede. They're blue suede shoes.
Don't step on them.
No, I know. Don't you step on my
Well,
blue
all
suede
right,
shoes.
so now
Okay, so back to your.
No, but my story about the shoes.
Tell us.
My shoes are Ralph Lauren shoes.
Of course.
Wait. But I purchased them in Marshall's.
Right.
Right, Steph? How about your shoes? What do we have on?
Show us your shoes. Those
Shoes.
are cute.
Wait, we can't do
Which camera are we on?
wait.
Stephanie, your camera.
Oh! For you.
Hold it. Stretch.
I'm sorry.
All right, so guess whose shoes? I would say
They look
Tahari.
West. Oh,
I think
Maybe
they're
Tahari.
BCBG.
BCBG, okay.
but at the
All right.
store.
No, I'm another TJ Maxx and
You
Marshalls
are.
girl.
Go for that. I
We do,
love
we do,
it.
because it's my retail therapy.
I know. I
don't
like
pay
it
full
But
too.
see,
price.
on the Everything Lydia show, it's anything from politics to pocketbooks to shoes.
There we go.
My daughter made up that tagline.
I
for me.
love it.
She liked
That
it.
Rachel, she's a keeper. I do want to mention
Yes.
that retail therapy, there was a study that just came out yesterday that retail therapy is very, very good for the sustaining of your life emotionally, that there's something that there we
My
go.
verdict is yes.
Yes. Because when you make
bill comes in.
and that's what they said, that there's
Right.
no evidence that supports that, when the credit card comes in, what happens to people if they're depressed about owing money.
That's
but
why
that
TJ
feeling.
Maxx and Marshalls and Off Fifth and Nordstrom the Rack, those are my favorite stores. I
There
love
we go.
shopping at those places
go.
because I feel like you're getting a bargain.
I really want to say something about
Yes.
you and what you're saying and what I feel just about you with your show. When
I love you already. I don't even know what you're going to say.
I love you. I love
little
you.
sis. You are like my. You
I
are
know.
my little
I know. I know.
sis.
I know. It's
Love
a love.
fest.
Always a love
fest.
fest.
Which
So,
yes.
can I
Okay.
continue
Yes,
here?
please.
Okay.
I'm listening.
I'd like
I'm
the
all
floor.
ears. Okay, I'm ready.
Gravel.
I'm ready.
Is it gravel or
Gavel,
gavel?
gavel.
I did say it
Gavel.
correctly.
Yes.
I got to learn her terms, litigation and all these.
Yes.
But that's a real word.
Everything
We need to
Lydia.
make something up. Yes, thank you.
When in
Got
doubt.
it. I got it. When in doubt. So I want to say, I was a kid, a product of not really a very easy home. And I wish that there was something like this, someone standing out. There really wasn't, and I really wish if you're able to use this show or any avenues, Facebook, Twitter, any avenues to get your message out, and hopefully we help to be a conduit to getting out to kids, girls, young girls, to let them know that they really could be anything and everything.
Well, I think. Thank you
that's
for
big.
that. And I just want to say that when we did our first interview, I was with Donna, and it was why am I doing this show? And that's exacally that. That
was a great
that's a little
interview.
summary. It epitomizes what I stand for, but what it means to be in this country as a woman also.
Sure.
And that might sound kind of trite, but I am the daughter of 2 Polish immigrants, and my mother was the woman that came over. Remember, Zobacz Statua Wolności. Look, it's a Statue of Liberty. I'm home, and this is a land of opportunity. And I think that young women, in particular, need to have someone that they could look up to. And the crown and sash helps because young women, they love that.
Yeah.
So they'll listen to me more with the crown and sash than they will because I'm an attorney or a black belt or a mother or wife, any of that.
You're absolutely right.
So I think
remember
a combination of all of those. But that's what this show is about. It's about getting it all, having it all, but also enjoying it all. And you can have all of those 3 things. It's exactly what you're talking about, the balance.
Absolutely.
Which, by the way, I want to go back to Stephanie for just one second.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Spotlight
I
on
just want
Stephanie.
everyone to know that I've known Stephanie since I was approximately 16 years old, and I'm going to be 49 in April. Because I don't mind telling my age, because I'd rather say I'm going to be 49 than say, oh, I'm going to be 38 and look like not so good.
You could say that and look so good.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's very sweet. So we've known each other since
1981.
1981.
Yes.
And Stephanie was like 10 then.
Hey, Michelle Obama's 50.
She's my older
I'm rocking
sis.
50.
Right.
I just turned 50.
Really?
Yes.
I'm a year behind.
This is 50.
Wonderful. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, but Stephanie has been very instrumental in helping with the format of the show.
I know.
The creative part, schlepping,
And it's schlepping, for sure. I witnessed that. The
Bag and schlep.
See, I'm borrowing the hat here.
You go for it.
Yep.
You need the hat?
Rocking the hat.
You want to
But no, thank you. I just want to say thank you,
Yeah.
and it's been
You've
just
done an
really
amazing
wonderful.
job.
And
pleasure.
I have to tell you, we sometimes so we're in Party City picking up crazy things like
With the blue
this.
faces and all the sorts of...
We are
I love it.
literally on the floor laughing. The people at the store, the clerks think we're complete idiots.
I love it.
And we're putting on blue masks, anything blue. So now,
Oh,
and
I know.
And I
I
just
love
want
it.
you to know, that these colors
I love it.
came about before I even met
I
you.
know.
Because I had my Everything Lydia radio show.
Maybe because it's the color of your eyes. Something like very vibrant.
You
right?
both have the same
And
color
you
eyes.
got-
but
you
she's
too,
got blonde
yeah.
hair and I have brunette.
That's the
So
only
it looks
difference.
completely different.
Only difference.
There you go. So,
I love
but
it.
Karin, I also want to ask you.
Yes.
I'm not even asking you. I'm going to start this whole line of
I'm
well,
scared.
No,
Okay.
an interrogatory here.
Okay.
Line of questions, interrogatories.
Okay. How
Well,
much
I know
time do
the
we have?
answer.
Are we
so
doing okay?
I think we're doing good. I think
doing
we're
good?
okay. This
Okay.
will be quick.
Okay.
But,
Really? Because
I want to say,
the
I
tone
need my
like that.
bailiff
And I,
oh, now everyone's going to be disappointed. It's not
Really? Should I do my bailiff job? You want my clock?
No, that's okay.
Okay, we can see it down there.
No, but
you don't have to get it.
Seriously, Karin,
Yes.
I remember when you and I first spoke,
Yes.
and you were talking about the Daily Blu. And let me bring you back. We were, I think, in a salon. It might have been, which salon were we at? Were you using your iPhone?
Was it True Salon?
I think it was True
It
Salon.
was True Salon.
You were
Yeah.
using
My
your
friends over
iPhone
there. Yeah.
to videotape the event.
Yes.
And that was originally, you wanted people to have a voice. So why don't you explain to everyone that what started out as the iPhone is now 3 cameras. We have gentlemen helping us with the videography and the lighting.
We have a professional cameraman here. We have studio audiences.
Tell us how that morphed and how that happened, because I think that's a wonderful story. It's very inspiring.
Okay, where do I begin? I mean, yes, it was supposed to start with just that people could take out their phones and anybody could have a voice. But then the quality wasn't there. And then we thought, well, how do we make something and push for people to go to it if they can't really visually see what's going on, or the voices don't match, what their lips are doing?
Well, we have a couple of growing pains with some of the
Yeah,
shows, but
some
we're
things have
working on
happened.
it. Right.
Exactly.
Work in progress.
But that has meant calling extremely professional people in and saying, what can we do about this? And just investing in it becoming something really great. But still providing a platform that anybody could utilize the site. And that's the main mission. Anybody can come and we will record them and we will talk to them and we will market what they're doing and they will have a voice. And it's not going to be that you will have to pay this extremely huge amount of money and you cannot, it's just not tangible for most people.
I'm so proud of you for doing that. I really am. And I know that, well, I was your inspiration a little bit, because when I walked in with my flash, no, about certain things, I think
Yes.
I move things, I mean
move
that in a
things
good way.
along,
No,
yeah.
this was totally your idea. But what I'm saying is that I had a vision. And that was one of the things I wanted to do, was I had my thumb drive with my video, with my images. And I said, I want to have Skype on the TV behind me.
Yeah.
And I want to have video playing. I want to be able to go to clips. I want to be like Rob Dyrdek in Ridiculousness or whatever.
Yeah.
And I know that little by little, all of a sudden, third show, it's like, wow, look
what's
what we
going
have.
on.
It's
And
incredible.
the 4th show and every show will be,
will just be
next
better
time
and
they'll
better.
come in and there'll be a setting, a backdrop. And every step of the way has been really a great resource of Donna Drake and Brittany and Chris and Devin and Veronica downstairs and the people that help us with putting all the cameras together. Even Robin Adams, who runs Willie Fest, told us, get certain cameras and get lighting. And we had this sitting in the room, the lights and all this stuff, like lights, camera, and no action, because we didn't really even know how to use the stuff. But I knew that I wanted it to be great. I just didn't really know how to get there. And when the excitement of like these shows happens, or David Gusson having his show on just a little while ago, or doing interviews with Rich Dormer, the former Suffolk County police commissioner. We had the head of the detectives for Suffolk County here before. We had Steve Levy and Phil Boyle and Bill Lindsay, lots of politicians, lots of great people.
Dropping.
Yeah, right. But all these
It's Long
people
Island,
get
it's our
so
community.
excited about coming, and then you really, you have
Yes.
these names of people coming, and they have
Absolutely.
expectations.
And Lidia.
And Lidia comes with that crown, and you roll out the red carpet for sure. And you're not gonna like you have to set the bar a little higher about what you're doing. And yes, it's still attainable to the everyday person. And what do they have to say? I mean, I had people tweeting me from Long Island Cares yesterday. I had people asking me from bands, tweeting me things. Can you put this on your show? Can you? I say, come to us in Smithtown. I know it's not easy for somebody who lives in Western Nassau County, but they can come, and we will produce a really nice show for them, and they will be able to express what they're doing.
Well, along those lines, I want everyone to know that if you do have an issue, whatever it is, if there's a charity, again, we have our Legally Kind
That's it.
section. If you have a legal question, or if you have a problem of some kind, or if you have a cause, whatever topic that you think is going to be great, let us know.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I would certainly welcome anyone that's around here, even if you're just from another country, we can Skype you in.
I think that would be great. And even
Really.
just open it up to, for your show, you can have kids come on. We have the Girl Scouts doing a show. That's going to be
lifestyle.
launching.
This is a lifestyle show.
Anybody, a mom at home can come in and say, look, I'm just at home, I'm focusing on my kids, and I want to talk about that because that's very important. You know, paying attention to your kids and raising a really good family, and then creating that balance of what you want in your life, so important. You cover that.
That's our message, right?
That's it.
So I guess as far as wrapping things up.
Are we wrapping up?
I think so. I don't know how we are on
Bailiff?
time. Bailiff, do we have a...
A few more minutes.
It's the internet, and hey.
Anyone out there can share the time, watch anyone.
All right, so we have covered everything.
Well, just to
and-
wrap it
and
up,
we're-
again, in conclusion, again, thank you for
Thank you.
giving me the opportunity
Thank
to
you
really
for being a great partner.
to share my message. And I really, you
baby.
are family to me. I really do appreciate it. But I love the idea, and this is one thing I'm proud of.
I'm really proud.
This is unique in that this is the only show where we do talk about legal issues, and this is Lydia's courtroom.
Yeah.
So we're trying to incorporate, the format of what it's like to be in a courtroom. Although, because then you have the gong show component.
Anything goes.
Go!
Yeah, exactly.
So, but my goal is to be informative, be educational, be inspirational, challenge people to learn things, new experiences. Let me just say one thing. You ready? I'm not going to mention
One
names.
more thing.
One
Okay.
last thing. This is it. But I don't know why this may have had such a big impact on me, but there was someone that made a post on Facebook today, and it was a mother, and she was talking about how she wasted 2 hours of her life studying rocks with her daughter. And I got like angry almost, because I said to myself, I have to write something. So I actually wrote a post. What I did was I got a little summary of why rocks are important.
Okay.
They actually tell history. You can go into what the format was, and it really helps us understand nature, global warming,
When you're
our
teaching your
environment.
kids, I got
And not only
huge
that,
education.
information you need to learn for the sake of learning also.
It's
you
your children too.
You want to be that well-rounded person. You can't. Their point was, why don't they teach stuff that we could use one day, like learning how to pay taxes? That was a little girl saying that. I thought that was such a just a telling point. And all I wanted to do was just open their eyes and tell them, wait a second, there's a whole different perspective.
That's great.
Why don't you
That's great.
look at that as, instead of 2 hours of wasted time, those were 2 hours that you spent with your girl that you'll never, no one will ever take that away. And one
Sure.
day when you're in a park or you're somewhere, you're going to pick up a rock and you're going to remember, wow, we studied this before that test.
Sure.
And you'll know what that rock is, and you'll understand you're standing wherever you are at that moment. And do you understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah, well, there's a saying
it's
that
about perspective.
It's about perspective, and there's a saying, I don't know who said it, but everybody will forget what you did and what you said, but they will not forget how you made them feel, right? And if she just feels comfort and that someone cares, you and I, we have these mutual feelings of this sisterhood together, and that's
sharing.
not forgettable.
Right.
But maybe what we do every day or what happens is it just goes. The days go by, and they go by quickly.
Right.
But how you make me feel is what resonates.
So we're going to have a geologist.
Oh, great!
No, segue.
When is that?
Tune in 2 weeks.
Great.
But actually,
Great.
next week, I think
that would be great.
Next week, everyone's going to tune in, and we're actually going to learn a little bit about workers' compensation and Social Security disability.
Okay, yay!
Very special guest.
Who's coming? Let me guess. Is his name Steven?
Yay!
So Lydia, your husband's coming.
Yes, he is.
All right, cat's
So
out of the
we'll share.
bag. I
That's it.
love him. He's
Yes.
great. You
Thank
are
you.
very lucky.
Thank you. 20 years we're married.
20
Going
years.
on 21.
You go, girl. That rocks. No
It
pun
is.
intended.
But I'm Jen.
Exactly. All right, so next week, Stephen.
Yes.
2:30?
2:30. We're going to change our time from 3:30 now to 2:30
Which
on
is
Mondays, which gives us a little more time to go to H2O. No plug on that one.
H2O has a great special. I
They
think
do.
if you go there at 4:30,
Yes,
you can have
happy
price
hour.
sushi.
7%.
I think we need to
H2O,
hit
we
them up
love
for
you.
sponsorship.
Sponsorship is great. H2O, we love you. It's right down the road.
So thank you, Karin, for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you,
Stephanie,
Steffi.
always for all of
We
your
love you,
assistance.
Steffi.
Stephanie, the beautiful bailiff.
And thank you, James Gross.
James Gross.
Our James.
Big round of applause.
And our guys over there with
guys.
the videos and audio
Hi,
and
guys.
making the lights, camera, action
I
happen.
know. Well, in good camera angles. So thank you, everyone. We welcome you to join us next week and every week at 2:30 right here on the Daily Blu. And you're going to hear everything from, again, politics to pocketbooks. And we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.
See ya.